All right, so we're talking about how to attract, grow, and multiply 1,000 super fans right now. All right now. So here's the thing. This is about getting your exact target customers this very second, okay? But before you can do that, you really have to figure out like, who is my exact target customer? Who do I want to work with? And we've got to narrow that down, because if we're going to go after 1,000 of these people, we have to know who they are. Now, how do you figure this out? Well, there's two ways, okay? And you can choose either or both and see where they intersect, but this is the best way to do it. And I want you to dream here, because this isn't just about the beginning when we're in business, when we're like, we're just going to take anything that comes to us because we need the money. This is about truly designing your business into what you want it to be. So way number one is, I want you to think about the clients, customers that you have right now. And if you are getting an email, there's one of your customers right now, one of your members, that if you're getting an email from them right now, you're like, ooh, you can't wait to read it. Or they call you or text you, you're happy about it. Like, you look forward to getting their messages. You enjoy interacting with them. If you're doing one-on-one services for them, if you're coaching them, you enjoy those calls, right? If you're getting calls from this person, you like picking up the phone. They're one of your favorite people ever. That person that you love working with, I want you to think about, who are they? What's their profession? What's their demographics? What's their persona? That's one key way to do it. It's just to think about, who do you love working with of all the people that you have, right? And that's why for us, I know that ours are action takers. Like, that's one of the groups I love working with, people who take massive action. And so we've uncovered that people who are involved in Spartan races and Tough Mudders and other races like that tend to be people I love to coach, because they take massive action. So I have found that if I tie into that community in our marketing, we tend to get great results for those people. But that's just a little characteristic of the people I love to coach. So I want you to think about, who do you love to work with? That's question number one. Number two, the other way to do it is, I want you to think about that you're going on a trip. You're flying first class. So there's just two of you sitting together, and you have 2.5 hours to coach this person, right? Whoever they are, you have 2.5 hours. And if when you land, you're going from Atlanta to JFK, when you land, if you were successful in serving them, if you were successful in working with them, you're going to get paid $1 million. Who is this person, and what are you coaching them on? Who is this person, and how are you serving them? Who is this person, and what are you giving them advice on? Who is this person, and what product are you giving them? What was their problem that you solved? It's a very simple way to narrow down the focus. Now, it doesn't mean you can't work with everybody else that's out in the world eventually. But if we're going to attract 1,000 super fans, we've got to be specific on who we want. Who are they? What's their problem? And why do we like working with them? And then we go after the other people. I'd love to know who your person is. Like, if you have a dream person who'd be sitting next to you on that plane, who would they be? What would you be coaching them on? What would you be doing for them? Go ahead and put your answers inside that Q&A box, and I'll be checking them out at the end of today's call. Let me know in the Q&A box right now, who would you be coaching and what would you be talking to them about? And then it's time to use this to attract more of them. So when you figure out who it is that you love to work with, you're going to feature the type of person that you love to work with in your content, because people love to work with people who work with people like them. You know what I'm saying? We all want to see that we are not going to be the first to be served by somebody else. We don't want to be first. So I gave this example at Power Summit, but back when I would work my craft booths back in the day, when I had no money, and I found that if I sold potpourri in a town that smelled terrible because they had a paper factory, I could sell out. But I only sell out if somebody was in my booth looking at my merchandise, because if someone was in the booth, it attracted other people into the booth. And so I would bring someone with me. I would bring a friend with me every single time who would always be looking at the things in my booth, which would always attract more people in. We all want to see that there are people like us using something before we're going to do it. So you take the people you love working with, okay? You absolutely love working with, and you turn them into the celebrities of your marketing. So we do this every month in Rise Magazine. This is an example. Jennifer Sanchez, one of our coaching members, she's been in coaching with us for 3 years. We did a feature article on her in our last magazine. She owns 2 different med spas, right? They have patients all across the country. She sells online. She's an incredible business owner who believes in investing in marketing. She's great. And so that's someone we feature, so it will attract more people in. You take the people you love working with and you make them celebrities in your marketing. Now, you could feature them in a bunch of different places. So I want you to think differently on this. And it's super easy not to use any of your people, because obviously you can write much quicker if you don't have to go check with people and get their stories and their facts and their photos. But it's much more effective to include them in your marketing. So you can include them if you do a newsletter. You include them in your writing any of your blogs. You can include your best customers as social media posts. You could do Facebook Live interviews with them. You could include them in your emails, right? Even in your products. I mention our best clients, my best folks, my inner circle members over and over again in my courses and in my programs. They're mentioned because I want people to know who is my ideal avatar, and I want them to come to me so they attract more people. Make sense? Yeah. If you're writing any books, include them in your chapters and your content. Over and over again, you're going to feature your best people so that they are continued to attract more like them. You also can use your superfans to get more leads. So Kelly's going to pop back on here to explain exactly how to do just that.
Absolutely. So this is a similar way of like what Kim was talking about, like multiplying your superfans. So using your superfans to get more superfans. In Facebook ads, there is a very little known targeting option that you can target friends of fans of your page. So you're going to take those superfans who already know, like, and trust you, and they're fans of your page, and you're going to target their friends. And the result of that is right over here on the right-hand side where it says Dennis and Monica also like Lego. So just for example, it has up there that social proof at the top that, hey, one of my friends actually trusts this business already and they know them and they use them. And, you know, I can too. So again, it's just taking that social proof to another level. And it's great for brick and mortars, like local brick and mortars, especially because you have that, you know, tight-knit community. So if I see that a friend likes the shop down the street, I'm going to maybe talk to them about it or ask them about it. But it's great for online businesses as well, like national online businesses too. So again, little known targeting option there on Facebook that's super powerful.
Yeah, and you only think about it in terms of if you were listening to a commercial on the radio and it was like Barbara's Italian restaurant, and at the end of the commercial it said, your friend Kelly really likes this restaurant. Be like, dang, all right, let's try it out. That's what this does.
You know I love an Italian restaurant.
What's that?
I said, you know I love an Italian restaurant. I can't turn down the carbs. So, you know.
No doubt, no doubt. No, yeah, it's just so powerful. And I encourage you to include this when you've had success with your ads already, because then you know it's an offer that works and you're sending referral traffic to your offer, and it's so incredibly effective. Thanks, Kel. All right,
awesome,
now
no problem.
Also rallying your tribe together is a big deal, and this is an advanced strategy. Okay, so this is for you if you are if you want to dive to the next level. But when we rally people together to a common cause, we can create incredible effects and super fans. So I'm going to give you a few examples. Back when Chick-fil-A was under attack a little bit because of the religious views of the CEO, I want you to remember what happened. There were people who definitely boycotted them, but more so, there were people who lined up to eat there for hours. They all rallied together to support the CEO. right? That was huge. And there were people that when there were all the anti-Wall Street, they rallied together against Wall Street and set up Tent City down Wall Street to show that they were against, I don't know, wealth creation. I'm not 100% sure about that one, but they rallied together at a common cause. You can use this for incredible positive things. It doesn't have to be political in any way. There's Rook Coffee, that is just a pour over coffee place. It's delicious coffee, and they are like the anti-Starbucks. They don't want it to be mass produced. They actually don't even have tables inside there. They don't want you hanging out. It's all part of, it's a great cup of coffee. So you can rally against. At Power Tribe, we rally against the guru who says you need to hustle and grind 24/7 to the detriment of your health and your family, that you're going to just do whatever you need to in order to make a sale, and it's about transactions and not about relationships. That's who we rally against. And so I sent, we mention it all the time, and I sent a video out that was making fun of that kind of guru to my list to rally them against. I'm going to play you a little bit of it so you can hear that as well. Get it on the right audio here. It's gonna be a little choppy because we're gonna go to webinar, but it's just, you'll listen for it and the gist of it. Coming up. Let's see here. Just turn on the other screen. Hold on a second, loves. Main screen. Here we go.
2 words. I'm
going to hide my webcam so it can pop up better. Here we go.
Entrepreneurship. It's not called living with your parents if you pay them rent. Are me and Ty Lopez boys? Did you get my Venmo, Dad? Good, I didn't send it. Ty Lopez parks in my garage. Me? A drinking problem? It's called networking. So what if I don't know how to spell entrepreneur? You know what I do know how to spell? Tesla. T-E-S-T-L-A-W. Being broke is a mindset. My girlfriend's also an entrepreneur. She sells vitamins and supplements. Keyword sells. GNC. You heard of it? T-E-S. I mean, the Girl Scouts, their business model is outdated. T-E-S-L-A-W. No, is there W? Should I go live on my Instagram?
No.
I'm going to go live on my Instagram.
No.
Fired up. So fired up. I'm going live. Spell Tesla. BMW. Good morning, Instagram. Monday motivation out there. Just because you have dreams doesn't mean you have to sleep on your dreams. Out there are dreams, and dreams are reality, and we are living in a constant state of reality. So go out there and chase your dreams, but don't chase them too fast because you might fall. But if you fall, get back up. And when you get back, oh, I got somebody in the chat room. How's it going, Mark? Hey. All right. See you later, Mark. Oh, have you met Entrepreneur? The only coworker I need is Adderall. Yep. I could flip that for $38. I haven't slept in 26 hours. How do you think I feel? Top of the world. Thinking about getting these bad boys tatted.
Yeah, I love this one. All right, so we shared that with our tribe because this is like the anti-schmo video. And we'll do that sort of thing all the time. I'll jokes about that kind of guru that has the fancy car that they rent to drive it for a couple hours and always telling you, let's push it, let's hustle and grind, because we rally against that. That's not what business needs to be like. So that's the sort of thing. You find messaging that goes against and it makes fun of something else or goes against something else, and you share that with your audience. Then you give them permission. This is called a permission post, and it's not about telling them how to change. It's not about telling them, and I'll just get my audio back. It's not about telling them what they need to become. It's giving them permission to be who they are and be okay with it. Like, it's good, it's okay, it's acceptable, you were normal, a post like that. So a permission post, this would be an example of one, and I literally started with you have permission. So you have permission to doubt yourself sometimes, permission to have insomnia sometimes with worry, permission to have some fear. It doesn't make you weak, it makes you an entrepreneur, right? So I'm normalizing the thing that we all go through, but like this feeling that we have that we're scared sometimes makes us an imposter is something I'm going to address, because you're not an imposter if you feel that way sometimes. You're an entrepreneur, because what we do is not guaranteed. And so you're going to have those feelings sometime. And then I shared a story, which you give them permission to be who they are right now, and then you share a story. I was recently named to the Inc. 5000, and yet I still had a nightmare this week that I witnessed a murder, which represents my fear of losing my success. Yeah, I still get scared sometimes. We all do. Give yourself forgiveness, give yourself permission, and then tell your brain, it's okay, we thought this, but we're gonna keep moving forward anyway. Say it over and over again until your brain gets it, because you were made to thrive, my friend. So you give them permission, and then you give them encouragement, right? It could be something along the lines of, it's okay that you cried after that big deal fell through and you locked yourself in the bathroom so no one saw. It's why God gave us eye ducts. It's why we have tears, so we can let out some emotion. So like, you're normalizing the thing that they are almost embarrassed about, which gives them permission to move forward. And it's so important for your target market. Those are called permission posts. Then recognize their awesomeness. This is another way to get super fans. So when they are being amazing, when they are doing exactly what you hope that they would do, they're promoting you to other people, they're talking positively about you in social media, they're sending you thank you notes, they're introducing you to their friends and family who should be working with you. Recognize them, call them out as in telling them thank you, and so that others will do the same thing. So we do that all the time. This would be an example. Congratulations to our members of the month. We just did that earlier, right? Thank you for contributing to the Power Tribe community. You just got a Starbucks gift card. We personally recognize our most engaged members of our Facebook group, and we send them gifts. So we are 100% transparent, and that's why they're getting it, because they were super engaged, which they should. They spent time actively participating in our Facebook group, and we want you to get that same thing, which is why we offer that prize. Give them exclusive offers. That's another way to get super fans. Now, right now, inside your portal, you have what's called the credit email, and you can use this to drive massive sales in right now. And it also helps to create that super fan, because you are recognizing your current customers and giving them a credit. So if you look at this, you have a credit of $148, and we're telling them, because you purchased 12-minute social media cash machine, you have a credit of $148 that expires. This credit may be used towards your purchase towards, and then we said during this event, you'll see behind the scenes, to use your credit, click here now and use this code. So we're saying, hey, you bought this thing, now you have a credit that you can use to buy something else. But it's a benefit to them. They're only getting it because they are your customer. So that's another way to do that. And then another way to make super fans is make it better, then make it right. Right. So when we screw up, I believe we should make it better than it would have been if we didn't mess up in the first place. Like, I want to leave you, my philosophy is, I want to leave you better than you were before I screwed up. Okay. The Disney is so good at this. We recently had a VIP tour there, and our lunch, we were supposed to have lunch at 11:20. It was 1:40, and we still hadn't been served lunch yet. Okay, so this is like 2 hours, 2.5 hours really, and we still hadn't been served. We have a fast pass that's going to expire at 2 o'clock, which at Disney, if you've not been, a fast pass helps you skip the line. I spent all these time setting it up ahead of time for our VIPs, and I'm like, we're going to miss it. So I said to the waitress, hey, we have a fast pass coming up. I think we're going to miss it. Is there anything you can do about it? Now, the Disney way is they never just go right into saying like, sure, we'll take care of it. They always let you know, listen, it's going to be a bit of an effort. And the reason why they do that is they want you to value the thing that they do for you more than you would if they just said yes right away. Okay, so that in itself, we always say like the Disney way is this methodology that you never say yes right away. So the server said to me, well, I'll talk to my manager and see if there's anything we can do. Okay. So by the way, for customer service, great tip. Always say that, even if you're going to give in right away, you say, let me check. I'll see if there's anything I can do. Okay. So you're just like, you're setting it up that there's going to be some effort involved if you do something for them. The server then is gone for like 10 minutes. She comes back and says, We're going to take care of you. I'm going to give you a fast pass that lets you go anytime you want, so it doesn't matter that this one is about to expire. And I'm going to give you another fast pass that you can use on any of the rides. So she sets it up that, like, not only can we get on the one we missed, we're going to get another one. And she says, I'm also going to give you 20% off your check. Okay. So I hadn't asked for any of that. I didn't ask for the extra fast pass. I didn't ask for the discount, but she just gave it. So she made me wait a little bit so I would value them doing anything at all, and then they exceeded my expectations. We did the same thing recently. I did a webinar. There were these amazing tech gremlins. I don't know what happened, but during my webinar, it switched from talking about one course, my slides did, to another course. I was talking about our signature $1,500 course. And at the end of the pricing and the program and the description, it was talking about our $300 course. So I was selling the $300 course. Now, we had people buy it on that webinar. And then what I did was, because I'd been talking about one product the whole time, sold a different product at the end, I actually gifted my most expensive course to all the people that bought during that webinar. Surprise them. Just told them, hey, you know what? I was talking about one thing. You bought something else. I'm going to give you both for that low cost. Just surprised all of them. Now, did I lose money on it? Maybe. But it's a digital course, right? What I was doing instead was taking good care of my customer, and all of them were surprised, and they were all thankful. And my guess is several of them will keep on being with us forever because of it. You leave people better off than before you made the mistake. This is not the time to be cheap. It's not the time to have scarcity mentality. It's not the time to worry about making the rule for one that you need to make for everybody. This is the time to do better and best by these people. And then giving awards, a huge way to make super fans. You know, not only Kelly shared with you in the beginning some of the awards we gave out at Power Summit a couple weeks ago, but we didn't just give those away. Our people then have been posting about it. They're sharing our messaging on our behalf. So here's a post by Russell saying one leads to the other. And during the Power Summit, we shred some of their fears. So that's the paper shred. And then he won the Founders Award. And so he's saying, because I did this, I was able to do this. Huge. And there's David, who won Member of the Year, sharing in his post to our Power Tribe how he won Member of the Year. So these folks are coming in as not only award winners, but then they are your ambassadors without you even having to ask. They're sharing that information with other people in their world. Love it.